Welcome to Novalab's podcast. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to talk about SEO and we're going to ask some nice questions and interesting ones and learn something new. Today we wanted to ask you, is SEO dead? Is AI killing SEO?
That's interesting because since I joined SEO, everybody keeps asking this question: is SEO dead? Is AI killing these days? Well, but at this stage, it's pretty interesting because AI is actually trying to kill few parts of overall SEO. That's why SEO is getting incredibly hard to work with specific client. And I would say that if you know how to use these days the LMS and AI tools, you should be able to rank there as well. And yes, if you ignore everything, you might be in trouble because of AI, because of a lot of Google algorithm updates and so on.
I understand. If your website ranks on the top 10 on the first page for 100 keywords, what strategy would you use to optimize them?
Well, if we're talking about a page that is trying to do, or a website or business that is trying to do SEO, there's definitely a few parts that you can optimize. And in this kind of, I would say, stage with all these beautiful tools like SEMrush, Href, and exclusively Google Search Console, we can check everything what's going on regarding to the website. And one of the first things I would suggest when the page is trying to get few impressions, few clicks, is go out there and search and check and analyze past few months, exclusively past 3 months compared to previous 3 months. Then you can check keyword gap, keyword cannibalization, because that's the most problem that I see with almost every page, exclusively when we're trying to create content and the content team is just trying to create content in bulk, trying to do sometimes a lot of content, like 2 content per week, 4 content per week, or 4 content per month. Then few weeks or months later, we have a lot of cannibalization that is going on inside our page. So we need to fix that with proper canonicalization or canonical URL. And the second thing is we might need to get rid of few pages as well. Then for those pages that we need to get rid, we need to create the proper redirects to those pages that at least have backlinks. And then because we don't want to waste any backlinks, because that's I call investment. And then move to the next part when redirecting to those pages that already are gaining some impression and exclusively clicks.
I understand. Excuse the background noise. This is the first time we're doing this. We're trying to work it out. We're not good at it, but as best as we can do.
Yeah, let's try to optimize during the day like in SEO.
Yeah.
Once you put it live, you try to optimize every day. So it's not a one-time job.
Yes, of course. And I wanted to ask you, how would you handle a client who would like fast SEO, per se, within 1 month?
Yeah. The harsh truth is I don't. So that's the best thing, because you SEO isn't for everyone. So that we have to admit that SEO is the one that needs results, the one that are capable of creating a brand, and a brand is not overnight success or even 1 month success. So a brand needs ongoing work, needs ongoing improvement, ongoing optimization, ongoing creating content, creating optimizing what already is. So it's a very detailed work that needs exclusive attention. So 1 month, if you haven't done SEO, it's like sometimes 1 month is just to get all the databases or the signups or the new logins and stuff. So that's what happens. I'm talking for small companies, even for for great agencies or for bigger agencies. Sometimes that might take 2 or 3 months just to start doing SEO. So 1 month, it's nothing on SEO.
So it's supposed to be a long time result. You should wait a couple of months and see how it's going to optimize something else.
Not necessarily wait, but when you try to optimize, if we're talking about technical SEO, that's no need to wait. But if we're talking about how Google and LMS these days, or even Bing, can see us, then definitely we need to wait. Because first, that content, that piece of content, or that specific URL or page or anything, that needs to wait to and then we need to submit for Google Search Console or even Bing to get indexed. The moment that we get indexed, now we're on track. Now we need sometimes to see the results. Even if we have bad or good results, we cannot change directly because we need to wait a little bit to see how the users are affecting. Do they like what they're seeing on SERP? Does Google is suggesting more of us, and so on.
I understand. How would you optimize a website with 1 million plus pages on SEO?
1 million is huge. I never worked with 1 million pages. It's programmatic SEO, and if you're starting from scratch, I don't highly recommend to do that. With AI, with Claude these days, you can possibly try to do that, but I still don't suggest that you should actually do in these kind of stages of programmatic SEO. It's okay to start with 10 pages or 30 pages. I've done with 30 pages at most, but not with 1,000 or 1 million or 10 million. I don't know. I haven't even audited one with 10 million, so it's a huge... basically it should be very, very complicated, and I didn't know where to start with that personally.
How would you perform a content gap analysis?
Well, as I said, we need to go back to Google Search Console. There's a beautiful, beautiful app or tool that tells us everything. You just put a keyword, and if you see 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 URLs that ranking with that keyword, definitely you have this kind of, as I said, cannibalization issues that needs to find keyword gaps in a close future for the competitors as well. Regarding to competitors, sometimes we use SEMrush, sometimes we use Ahrefs. If we had a couple of competitors there, we can analyze what's going on, what the keywords they are ranking that we don't. And if we don't have any content there, we should try to create those content as well first. And if we do have and it's not ranking, the first thing we'd do is to try to optimize that, and even try to get few backlinks for those. If you're confident that it's everything looks great, it's algorithm friendly to Google, and also it has this EAT algorithm activated or friendliness. So I would possibly do that first.
I understand. What would be the difference between indexing and rendering in SEO?
Rendering?
Yes.
Well, we all care about indexing. Rendering is just trying to see if you are capable of indexing, but we're able to double check if a page or URL is indexed or not, and then try to see that page is not over, because even if it get indexed, Google crawls our site 24/7, and even sometimes can think that you don't deserve to be indexed. You might de-index, and that's a bigger problem. You need to go deep and understand what's going on, not just go submit once again.
And how would you optimize SEO for AI search engines?
We're trying to do everything these days, but regarding to what is working, we saw that good schema is working, and it's supposed to be on the website. And now, compared to previous months or years when we had on a few schemas, now we have a lot of schema. So, for instance, if you're a SaaS company, if you're a creative agency, if you are a fintech company, or even if you're a law firm, everything needs to be regarding to what your industry offers. So that's why you need to fit the schema first, because schema is the Google's language, and also LMS languages, and every bot's language. So you need to speak their language so they understand what your page is about. Then next step is optimizing the content for each algorithm. And next, try to do a little bit of off-page, like if possible, get some referring domains like backlinks that talks about your brand in general. Then citations, I mentioned this a couple of times, that also citation are back, and they help us to get feature on LMS exclusively. And also now we have Bing Webmaster Tool that we can check for free if we are featured there as well, and also Ahrefs, but now it has a paid feature, as well as SEMrush has paid feature. But in regards to numbers, it can just tell you what's going on. Are you in the right direction? After you have did some major changes, you should go and check if that is proving right.
And if your top ranking page loses four backlinks, what would you do?
Oh, try to get more. What can you do? It's not up to you.
How do you prove that ROI and of SEO to a client or CEO?
Yeah, that's crucial. Everything that we do, everything that I do, everything that we try to optimize, that's the final verdict. So it's not only about clicks, it's not only about impression. At the end of the day, it's about demos, it's about sign up, it's about increase in sales directly. And that's personal, that's what I do when I talk to a client. I try to see what's their ROI till this point is and what I can do to push that further. If they're trying to install 7 to 10 demos per month without me, at least with me after 1 or 2 or 3 months, they should be able to at least keep what they already have and try to push 3 or 4 per month more. I think that would be a huge success, but because at the end of the month and at the end of the year, they would have, tens demos more. And sometimes for a specific company or a SaaS where I'm more focused, you only need to get more per month so they can and will be able to survive. So that's crucial, and that's the final funnel for each client.
And what is the future of SEO with AI and Google SGE?
It's hard to predict, but if you go step by step and try to experiment, try to follow what's going on with different clients, with different people that are talking about SEO, with different algorithm updates, and trying to, as I said, experiment, you can be able to stay ahead of the curve. But if you ignore and just come from time to time on SEO, it's going to be very, very extremely hard to predict and stay up with the rhythm. So that's why it's crucial to stay up to date, because it's changing constantly, and I think it's going that way. We have seen AI overviews these days. It has been increased now on the last algorithm update. This is trying to go a little bit or halfway. And AI overview was like testing Google if it's working or not. But at the end of the day, you need to rank there on AI overview, so Google trusts you more. So that's hard to predict, as I said, but you need to follow the rhythm and stay up to date as possible.
What do you think about entity SEO?
Yeah, entity SEO, it's pretty interesting these days when a lot of SEO gurus or SEO experts say that we need to focus not only keywords, not only on domain rating, not domain authority, but I would say that keyword still matters, but entity SEO is one thing that you should try to optimize as well. I also did some experiment as well when you try to push entity SEO by doing optimization to specific pages as a whole, not one by one. When you try to rank there and you try to give them as much as information as possible, regards to schema, regards to content, regards to local SEO as well. Local SEO and Google Business Profile needs to be optimized fully, and then having the right citation, directories, and so on. That somehow can help you stay ahead of the curve with entity SEO.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.